Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Una Mag if you're new, and if you're not, what it do, boo? I swear, all I can hear in the back of my mind is Chanza going, what it do? If you haven't watched last week's video, go watch it and then you know what I'm talking about. But anyways, yes guys, I'm back again with the second video of this month. I know, who am I? What am I doing? But you know, your girl's ready to be consistent or whatever. But anyways, like today I have a story time video for you guys because I do a lot of stuff. I don't know why, but before we go into that story time, I'd just like to give a shout out to Glow by Mishira Mira, who got me wearing this gorgeous lipstick. If you guys know me, I don't usually wear color. I usually just go with a black liner and lip gloss and I'm good. But guys, this lipstick is everything. Like the color, the consistency, the matte-ness of it is very gorgeous. It makes me feel like I'm a new woman or something. But yes, so right now I'm wearing the color Shine Bright, and it doesn't come, I think you need to buy it separately, but it has a lip liner as well with the shade, which is amazing because people already know how hard it is to get like lip liners that match a certain shade. But yes, look how cute that is, and the packaging for the lipsticks are just adorable. Like this is so cute. I also have the Ashes, Beauty by Ashes or something like that. I'll put the names all down below so you guys can go check them out. She has many more colors and she also has an eyeshadow palette, she has a mask, a clay mask. Like she has a lot. This girl's doing well. So go support black business, and at the checkout you could use my code MUDIWA for 12% off, so do not miss out, or else you're not doing yourself or anybody favors. Like save money, baby, and look cute while you're at it. As you guys can tell from the title, it's a story time. I know I haven't done a one in a whole year. Wow, it's been a minute. So yeah, it's a story time on the time I got my first tattoo, the reactions my family gave, and how basically me as a person, how I dealt with it, like especially being a Christian and growing up in an African home, a Zimbabwean African home, point blank. To get right into the video, like, okay, so I've got a tattoo. Yes, I've got one tattoo. It says it's a love heart with T in the middle for my twin sister Tadiwa. Yes, I love her so much. So basically this video is just to touch base on how I went through like the process of getting a tattoo and everything that like came after it. I got a tattoo in 2019 July, during my my year-long trip with my sisters. I was with a friend named Kylie in America. I wanted one that symbolized something like strong to me, like something that was like personal to me, so I got my sister's initial. I can't lie, it came with a lot of backlash, like from my family. Not everyone, like people were supportive, but like, you know, being a Christian, it just makes things 10 times harder as well. So when I got it, I had only told my sisters, and they laughed about it. They know that I do stupid stuff, like, so they just laughed about it, and they were joking about like, oh, when are we getting our initials next and stuff like that. So they were fine about it. Like they obviously told me like not everyone's gonna have the same reaction, and I understood that, but like I thought like this is my decision, like this is what I wanted, like I know the consequences, like, and it wasn't like, for me personally, it wasn't like I just went and did it. I actually did research, and as a Christian I went researching about the effects of tattooing, why Christians don't get tattoos, why Christians do get tattoos, what the Bible says about tattooing. And like it wasn't just like, oh, I'm gonna get a tattoo because I want to sit. No, like I've been wanting a tattoo for a while, and I actually did the research on it, so that's what made me get a tattoo. So if we fast forward about 2 months, we're no longer in America. I've got my tattoo. It's nicely healed. You know, I'm living life, loving life, doing the things that I'm most passionate about, which is traveling. And now we're in Egypt. So like one of the first nights in Egypt, we had just landed. So we're just taking a chill, relaxed night, and we're watching movies. I was watching the movie 2012, which is a movie about the end of the world and everything. And while I was watching it, like I had a revelation of like, yo, like life is really short, which I get like literally every like 6 months. I just get into like a state of revelation and a kind of state of sadness. If you're close to me, you know, because I'm always calling someone, be like, guys, like it's happening again, and they know, like, I don't know why I do it, but I do. And so basically during this movie, I was just feeling like life is too short. I've been keeping like such a secret away from my mother for so long, and I don't feel right about it. Like it's just not sitting right in my soul, in my heart. And I think this was the time she was like ill, like not deathly ill, but something was going on. So there was just like a lot building on top, and it was just like, life is too short to be like playing games and lying about things that are as silly as a tattoo. Like if she were to pass, or me pass, I would have something on my heart that I hadn't like told her and respected her enough to tell her. So guys, I did a stupid thing, like any other child that's trying to tell their mother who they haven't seen for about 4 months something. I went on WhatsApp. First of all, I researched. I went to Google. I found all these Bible verses about tattooing and skin like scarring and blah blah blah. And I made like a long, like I remember writing this message. I made like a long message. If I find it, I might put it in, because it's WhatsApp. WhatsApp saves everything, but I might put it in, depending how I feel, if I didn't write anything foolish in there. So basically I wrote this message with Bible verses and why I decided to do it, with pictures, and just I hope that I don't disappoint her. And I sent it, turned off Wi-Fi, deleted the app, was gone for the whole night into the next day. I wake up and guys, my chest, my soul was here. My soul was out of my body just watching me as I opened, as I redundant WhatsApp and I did all the logins. My soul was watching me like, hey Madiwa, you're a fool. And I was like, I know. I opened it up. Mind you, I had already talked to my sisters about it. They were like consoling me throughout the whole night about it. And that I was confident. I was like, okay, my mother loves me. She loves me. She's gonna forgive me. She loves me. I opened the message. Yeah, it hurt. Reading the message, it hurt. There was a lot of pain. There was a lot of words said that shouldn't have been said. There was a lot of things, anger was being thrown to my chest. Yeah, that it hurt. Like I understood where she was coming from, but it hurt, you know. I'm not gonna repeat what was said because it shouldn't be repeated. But yeah, it hurt, and it was just like a lot of disappointment and a lot of anger in the message, and it made me feel some type of way. It made me feel like I was a sinner. It made me feel like I was low-key disgusting. It made me feel judged. It made me feel like, I don't know, I was just a really bad person, and I didn't like it. Like it didn't make me feel good. Like yeah, it didn't make me feel good, and it made me want to get rid of the tattoo ASAP. Like when I mean ASAP, I mean ASAP. Like I went to search up how to remove a tattoo at home. Like I literally did so much. I was looking for so much, and then it finally got to the point where I just went into Google, tattoo laser removals in Egypt. It got to that point, and it was pretty low. Like if I think about it, like the fact that I want to be in a foreign country removing a tattoo, not knowing the conditions or what it's gonna do because of like what someone, like especially that I cared about, had said, like it hurt. Like but I was, that's where I was at that point. So yeah, so I think a day after, I had booked an appointment with a doctor. I don't know who this doctor was. I don't know his credentials. I don't know anything. I don't know where he was located or anything. And I think my sisters saw how upset and distraught I was, and they supported me, even though they didn't think like I should, but they still supported me, and like they went with me. Mind you, we're in Egypt. We don't know where we're going. We don't know how things work. We don't know who this man is, what his credentials are. You know, I tried to look up reviews. There was genuinely nothing. Everything was in a different language. It was a very like weird like situation to be in, but like I had to be in it because I felt so guilty. So we end up meeting this doctor in this place. If I find videos, I'll put it all in, like of the area we were in. And at the point, yeah, it's all fun and games, but thinking back to it, it was actually a genuinely dangerous situation that we had put ourselves in. So we went to this doctor place, and then he's like, oh, this is not my office, we have to go, because he was like working at another clinic. I don't know the situation. So we went, he took us in a taxi. Mind you, at Jazeera, where we're going, we don't know where we're going. Like, the driver and him are speaking in a different language. He could have taken us anywhere. Like, I'm not saying all people are bad, but like, as 3 females in Egypt at like 10 o'clock at night, it's not the ideal situation. It really isn't. So yeah, so he ended up taking us to his office, thank the Lord. And it was very sketch. It was like in this weird building. The elevator was just basically telling us be like careful about the elevator, and like the people were a bit like sus. Like, the environment, we went up, and the room was dimly lit. There was like a receptionist and I think 2 other people, and this man that kept staring at us, and it was very uncomfortable. And then he took us to his office. Mind you, he told me the precautions and everything. Like, he was very thorough about it, but to an extent, not really. He allowed my sisters to come in with me, because who knows what would have happened. And so we got in, we sat down, and he bought this laser machine and basically started zapping my tattoo. And I was just like, it hurt. Like, it was like a pinch. Like, just imagine a pinch is going on your wrist or somewhere on, and it hurt because apparently like it was near like something, so like it hurt a bit. And he basically explains that because of how fresh my tattoo was, and it wasn't like, it's not small but it's not big, it's like, it's okay size. He says that I'm gonna need more treatments. And mind you, I was gonna leave Egypt in like 4 days, 3-4 days. So how am I gonna get the more treatments? In the other countries that we were going to, it was not practical for me to get them, because first of all, some countries did not offer them. Like, Kenya did not offer laser. I searched. Namibia did not offer laser. UK, it was expensive. It was expensive. So I was kind of like, yo, what am I gonna do, kind of thing. And mind you, it's probably like, now it's probably like September. I'm seeing my mom in December, late December, January. I want this thing off before I see her, you know, because that message was very like hurtful and stuff. So I was like, okay, we leave. I don't know what was going through my mind. I was just a lot of pain, a lot of, I don't know, just a lot of was going through my mind. I'll show you guys the like healing process. And this, like, the healing process was nasty. My skin will peel, like the tattoo itself will peel, skin will drop off, like. And the fact is, the countries that we were going to weren't the most hygienic. Like, the places that we were going to weren't hygienic. The things that we were doing, like, I was putting my hands in mortar, walking in deserts. Like, it just wasn't a hygienic place. I should have gotten an infection. Like, I actually should have gotten an infection, because they opened the wounds, like, laser just like gets like right into them. But luckily it didn't. But what it did was, it like made, I'll put a picture in, but it made like one side thicker, and then there's like a gap. I don't know. I'll show you guys. But yeah, so that's what I did. And it just doesn't very nice right now. Like, it's okay, like from afar, like if I don't like move it, it's all right. But when we got back home, my brother called me, and that conversation itself was also another one. I don't know, and from that conversation, I was just like, I hung up and I was like, whatever. Like, I honestly was drained. I was tired. Like, it's an emotionally draining thing, like, especially when you don't get the reactions that you wanted. Luckily for me, my dad was very supportive. Like, he would just basically told me, like, he laughed about it. Like, that man just laughed. Like, I actually genuinely loved him. Like, I love both my parents, 100%. He just laughed, and he said, why would you get Tadio's name? Like, he made a joke, and then he just warned me. Like, he's like, you just remember, like, you know your mother and how she's gonna react. And I said, yeah. So her reaction wasn't like surprising, but it wasn't also like what I wanted, obviously. So yeah, so like, I ended up not getting any more treatments, because obviously I was not in the capability of getting any more treatments. So now I had this now low-key botched tattoo. I spent $60 on, but it's whatever. And then comes Sim, where I finally see my mom. Guys, when I say that meeting was awkward, it was awkward. Have you ever been in a situation where your skin is crawling? You can't even look at your own mother in the eye because you already know that there's that tension. Like, I don't even know if I was speaking to her from that time. Like, I told her about my tattoo. Like, I genuinely can't remember. But like, yeah, so I would have like, I had like a watch, and I had like bracelets, like so many bracelets on my wrist to try hide it. Whenever she was in my presence, I was always like this. I was always like this. Like, I genuinely had no peace. Like, like I could be free with around my uncles, my sisters, blah blah blah, whoever. But when it came to my mom, I had so much fear. I was always like this, like this. Like, not that my mom is such a person to be fearful, but it was just like her reaction. So like, eventually something happened, which I'm not going to get into, but that made the situation worse, and it made me just feel like, as I said, even worse. Like, that whole situation, that scenario, it like actually makes me laugh now. Oh, you know, I might just say it. So this one time, my mom brought like a pastor to the house. This is in Zim, mind you, and you know my prophets of Zimbabwe, they like to tell everyone's got a demon, but this specific man targeted me. He prayed for all my sisters, blessing them, blah blah blah. When it came to me, he noticed that I had an anklet, I had a bracelet. By this time, I lost my watch, so I couldn't wear the watch. So I just was like, whatever. But me and my mother had not had the conversation about the tattoo in person. So I had like a bracelet, an anklet, and my nose piercing in. And he was praying for us, you know, the usual. And then during his prayer, he basically, like, I felt genuinely, for me personally, I felt targeted. In other words, he told me that I had a demon and I was like evil spirited, and that my mom should watch out for me. And to be fair, that's not a joke. Like, it's not funny. Like, I laugh about it now, but it's not funny. Like, at that time, especially knowing that me and my mother hadn't had a conversation, it made me feel so bad, like inadequate. Like, I don't know, like, even thinking about it, man, like it just wasn't like a good situation. And I think my mother, because after he left, because he made me like kneel down and he pushed my head, it was so dramatic. And he was just basically like, during the thing, just watch out about her, blah blah blah. And like, I know I'm like my mother's most troublesome child. Like, I know that, like, in my family, like, I'm probably like the rebellious one and stuff. So like, but hearing it from a man that did not know me and was just, I don't know, was just like talking out of his butt, like, it wasn't nice. And I think my mother noticed, because me and my sisters went into like a room and we were just talking about it. She pulled me aside and she apologized, and she said she's so sorry, and like, don't listen to that pastor, like, he doesn't know what you're talking about, you're not like a demon. And like, she just reassured me. And in an African household, for a parent to apologize when they see that they've done wrong and like something actually hurt you, it's a lot. Like, it's not something like they do all the time. It's genuinely a lot. Like, wow, I'm getting like emotional, but it's like, it's genuinely like a lot. Like, so that, to me, I appreciated her so much more, and the fact that she understood and she like forgave me for disappointing her. Because don't get me wrong, I never regretted the tattoo. I don't regret that. I just regret disappointing her and making her feel like that way, that the way she felt about me. And like, right now we're all good. Like, I haven't done anything in a while, but no, but we're all good. And like, for her to apologize and actually be sincere about it and give me a hug and tell me she loved me, that was a lot to me. So yeah, we moved past it, and now I don't wear anything, baby. This wrist is everywhere. But yeah, so like, it was just an experience for me, and now I laugh back at it like, wow, the situation I went through for a tattoo as small as this. I can only imagine if I got like some big tattoo and what their reaction would be. But yeah, so I think like, all I can say through this is just tell your parents, like, if you're from an African or like a strict household, tell them before they find out from someone else. I've been in a situation where I got caught for certain things, and it just makes the thing like more awkward. It makes it like more disappointing, I guess, because they found out from someone else. But because I think I told her and I was like, I just want to be honest with you, it helps the situation. Like, it didn't fix it, but it helped. And so yeah, so them not finding out from you, like you hiding, and they just end up seeing it, it's not gonna help. So being honest with your parents is gonna like help 100%. Researching before you do anything. Don't do anything for clout. Like, it's not gonna get you anywhere. Do something because you want to do it and you've done your research on it. Like, especially if you grew up in a Christian home, actually, no, don't just do it because it's now. Because remember, it's gonna be on your body for until you die. Like, so don't be silly, like do things that are actually for you, and don't listen to anybody, because there's always going to be people who judge you, especially people who are closest to you, and that's going to hurt more. But just I think just stay true to yourself, stay true to what you like, what you earn, have no regrets of what you do, take everything as a lesson, because at the end of the day it's done. Like, you can't dwell on it. Like, life is way too short to be dwelling on things. So yeah, so that's the story time about the tattoo and the reactions and just how I felt. Like, it wasn't like a low time in my life, but it was probably one of the lowest. Like, I was genuinely going through something and stuff like that, but like we've overcome that now. We are barely no, sorry. But yeah, so if you want to get tattooed, get that tattoo, but just know what you're doing. Tell your parents if they're strict parents. If they're not, you know, live your best life. But yes, so yeah, that's all I can really say about this situation. Like, yeah, stay true to yourself and stuff like that. Thank you guys for watching my video. Stay tuned for the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. You know, if you guys went through something similar, let me know. I want to hear, like, and how you guys overcame, like, because things happen, especially being an African. Like, things generally do happen, and I will always say, don't regret your situations, just learn from them. Like, you regretting is not going to do anything. It's done. Move on. But yeah, so please don't forget to like, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know, just keep your girl, you know, on your minds or whatever, and stay tuned for the next video that I have. Not sure what it is, but yes, I appreciate you guys so much, and thank you for tuning in. Like, that was a bit like emotional for me. I don't get very emotional, but that was pretty emotional. Yeah, but yeah.